self-defense in Ireland and the fact that certain self-defense tools like pepper spray and tasers and things like that are not legal to own in this country. I think it's illegal under the Firearms Act. And as crime becomes worse and worse, even in rural areas now, it used to be that the cities were bad, but that the country is quite safe. But I believe even that's changing in recent years. I think self-defense and keeping one safe is much more prevalent in people's minds now than it might have been at one stage. I'm wondering, what do you think the potential consequences, I suppose, of legalizing pepper spray and tasers might be, and would it make people feel safer if they were able to have something, say a young girl have something in her purse when she goes out of a night, just to make sure that everything is nice and secure?
First of all, it's the elderly that I would always be concerned about, especially in the rural areas. The amount of houses, even last weekend in our own area, in the Castry area and Williamstown area, there was houses robbed, which is unfortunate, and it mightn't be for everything they'll get in it, but it's just the fear that it puts into the people. I'm a firm believer, and look at obviously the state would disagree with me, and obviously the Gardaí would disagree, saying that to be dangerous have people having pepper spray. I cannot see how someone that might be able to defend themselves some way from some of these people that are not welcome in a lot of houses, that I cannot see why they wouldn't be allowed to have it. But look, it's been blunt about it. I've talked about this before, and the will isn't there to do it. So obviously, when the will isn't there, it's not going to be done.
Yeah, I suppose it's strange though that the government, they acknowledge that crime is becoming a bigger problem and that there needs to be greater investment in police resources, which I think is a good move. I think court reform has to be a big part of it. There's all kinds of policies that they want to implement and that they should implement. And it does need to be a holistic thing. But I also think, personally speaking, if I was going down a dodgy street at night, it's really only the general public at this point who aren't armed. Criminals can get their hands on whatever they want. And if you're just an ordinary person, law-abiding citizen who feels unsafe, there's very little you can do. You're kind of at the mercy of whatever lunatic wants to assail you in the middle of the night. And whatever about some kind of firearms debate, you understand why somebody might be squeamish about legalizing or liberalizing our gun policy, because some maniac could go on a shooting spree, as you see in some countries. But I don't see, you wouldn't get somebody killing 100 people going on a pepper spray spree. That's not really something that will be as likely. So it seems like a no-brainer, at least so far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look at it, and rightly so. The same thing in the line of the firearms. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something simple that may prevent someone, or they might get out a door or get to some other house by, what would you call it, disturbing them or putting them off their track for a while, that they may get to safety, the person that's been raided. And I think they should be first in our mind. We shouldn't be worried about putting pepper spray or teasers or any other thing given with robbers, because they've come into somebody's private property. But look, at the moment, the will isn't there, and there's no point in saying it's there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Really appreciate your time.
No problem, man. Okay.